Real fucking high on
RK Radio.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
No, y'all will get me 100 Nazis out, taken from the heads of 100 dead Nazis.
Like there's living the dream and there's living the meme.
Or you will die trying. Or you will die. Or you will die trying. 100 dead Nazis. Or you will die. Or you will die trying. 100 dead Nazis. Or you will die. Or you will die trying. 100 dead Nazis. Or you will die.
Welcome. This is NRK Radio. I'm your host, Lucifer J. Quell, here with my co-conspirator, Crux Belial. This is the official platform of the Lucifarian movement. Welcome to the revolution. Welcome to the Enlightenment. It is official. Charlie Kirk has passed away. Charlie Kirk is dead. Charlie Kirk is dead.
Honestly, I'm pretty surprised by that. I would have not expected that out of anyone who could have been killed. I get that people definitely didn't like him, but I wouldn't have expected anyone to go out there and take his life because of it.
See, like, I would have. I absolutely would have expected somebody, because he's just so smug. He's just such a smug and condescending dickhead. All his prattling on about all these different issues, being a staunch anti-gun control guy, and then ending up on the business side of a rifle in the middle of the day. I mean, it's too fucking ironic for me to even be sympathetic towards him. I mean, this is the same guy that doesn't want us to feel any empathy. In general, that's a direct quote. Empathy is some new age term, and I think it's causing a lot of harm. That's a direct Charlie Kirk quote. But now, after he's been shot, now we're all supposed to, in the arms of an angel, grieve this guy. Let's see. I have a really great Charlie Kirk clip. A really great one from Jubilee. I just think it's important we look back on some of his worst takes. And I just want to point out, look, Crux, we are just scratching the surface. This is some of the more mainstream Charlie Kirk bigotry and hate. The internet does a really great job of covering for these guys by stuffing all of their shitty fucking fascistic content underneath a rug, so it's like impossible. Even if you know directly what he said verbatim, word for word, you're gonna find more clips of people reviewing what he is saying than you're gonna find clips of the words straight out of his own mouth. Because there's just so much. So we really had to pick and choose with what we got for options. But I just want you to hear this. As I was saying, I feel bad that his kids have to grow up without a dad, but listen to Charlie Kirk talk about this situation revolving around rape and abortion.
Okay. So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was going to give birth and she would and she was going to give birth and she was going to live, would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
Can you fucking believe that?
That is kind of crazy.
He's like, yeah, I would make my daughter carry a rapist baby to term. That baby would be born. And this is the guy everybody's fucking crying about right now. This is that guy. This is the same guy.
That is so
That's
cool.
it all, though.
Yeah.
I mean, in this hypothetical, he's talking about his daughter, who is currently a child. That's fucking sick. That's a fucking sick thing to say. It's a sick thing to think, hypothetical or not. Like, that's an insane
Hey, that like makes me
thing
sick to my
say.
stomach, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that one is like, Jesus Christ.
This is a direct Charlie Kirk quote.
Worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like this. They live in a complete alternate universe.
Let's cycle back and watch that one more time.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
Gun deaths are worth it so that we preserve the Second Amendment. In order to preserve the Second Amendment, a few gun deaths, so what? At least we have the Second Amendment and we can defend our other freedoms. It's all okay. People can die via gun violence every year, unless it's Charlie Kirk. Then now we're supposed to...
I was gonna say, I bet there's no way he was ever thinking he was gonna be
If
one
it
of
was
those
you
guys when he was
or
saying
me,
gun death.
if it's a school full of children, that's all a sacrifice he's willing to make in order to keep his right to own guns. I guess maybe we should be thanking him for his noble sacrifice in preserving our Second Amendment right. Thank you, Charlie Kirk. What a crock of shit.
Well, he would think it's a necessary evil.
A necessary evil. That's how he would write it off. You're 100% right. He would consider that a necessary evil because the Second Amendment is so important. You know, on the college campus he got shot about 2 months ago, they approved allowing people to conceal carry on campus.
Damn.
Yeah.
I bet that shit probably got revoked.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe they learned their lesson. Now that Republicans are dying, now Republican lawmakers are like, oh, time to do something.
Maybe we should not have allowed people to carry guns around.
Yeah, maybe it was stupid to say, hey, you can carry guns on a campus at a school.
Yeah, on a school campus.
You know, given everything that's been going on, you know, the
recent
countless-
climate.
Yeah, the political climate, the constant school shootings that happen.
Oh,
Don't forget
fuck.
to grab your parents' AR-15. It's bring your gun to school day. Here's another Charlie Kirk classic. This is him on some sort of TPUSA tour, and a young girl from the audience comes in and decides, you know, I admire what he does for a living. He is a political journalist. I want to do what he's doing. That's what I want. I want to work in the same field as him. So I'm going to ask him some questions on how I should do that, what I should go to college for. Listen to this.
Hi, Charlie. I'm Addie, and I'm 14. I'm a freshman in high school, and I was wondering, as someone who has like a different opinion on college, what would you say the pros and cons are? Because I'm interested in political journalism, and what would your advice be?
Yes, so let me also speak to some of the young ladies here in high school where who's here where your top priority is get married and have kids? Raise your hand. Okay. Interestingly, I think there is an argument to bring back the MRS degree. And no, seriously. And just be clear, that's why you're going to college, right? Don't lie to yourself, I'm studying sociology. No, you're not. We know why you're here. And that's okay, actually. And that's a really good reason to go to college, actually, especially an SEC school. Like, you will find a husband if you have the intent to find a husband at Ole Miss. Like, it's just going to happen, okay? Or wherever. Yeah, there you go, see? Or at University of Alabama.
Hey there, group of children. How would you feel about going to the University of Alabama and instead of studying for anything that could potentially further your career, how about you go there to find a husband and get married?
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy thing to be telling 14-year-olds.
Ding, ding, ding. Like, what? That's fucking weird. These guys are fucking freaks. Again, I know he's dead. what the fuck ever. We're not just gonna look at this guy like he's some sort of a martyr for a greater social cause. This guy was a fucking freak of nature. I find it so impossible. You know, you asked me how I feel about him earlier. I find it so impossible to sympathize with this guy. I mean, he's a fucking monster. He was a monster. And again, we're just scratching the surface with some more, like, I guess you could call them mainstream, weird Charlie Kirk clips, or things he's saying that are just outwardly bizarre or really fucking flat out gross, you know? But let's not forget about the racism. Let's not forget about the prejudice that Charlie Kirk likely took to hell with him. That's assuming hell was a real place. It's not. Lucky for him, hell is fake. Lucky for him, hell is not a real place, and there's no afterlife. Anyways, let's, you want to see how Charlie Kirk felt about George Floyd?
Yes, yeah, please.
I saw a clip somewhere that you were trying to get the officer who murdered George Floyd pardoned, and I just want to know what your reasoning was about that.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. And we all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, "I couldn't breathe," well before that restraining technique?
You heard it here first. That gunshot wound that you all saw, that gunshot wound is not what killed Charlie Kirk. It was a fentanyl overdose. Charlie Kirk died because there was fentanyl in his system. It has nothing to do with the gaping wound in his carotid artery. I mean, maybe he should have just done less fentanyl. I mean, imagine if, like, we started a fundraiser after they arrest somebody for this, and we started a campaign to get the shooter on the Utah campus pardoned. Can you imagine?
I like how he's saying this, and there's like an official autopsy of George Floyd's death where it was ruled that he died from cardiopulmonary arrest, which is like the lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
Due to
These guys,
the neck compression.
It couldn't be the asphyxiation. He had to be a drug addict. I mean, this guy has spent so much time attacking George Floyd, a dead man. But now the entire internet seems to be peddling this idea that I'm, or you, or whoever's listening is supposed to be sympathetic to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk had none of that available to him in his entire being. I mean, he was an emotionally stunted, almost like sociopathic figure. I mean, you could bring him to Israel or to Gaza, and he would still be sitting there saying, "Oh, but Hamas is using these children as human shields." I mean, this is an empty vessel of a human being, but I'm supposed to be sympathetic. The pressure of society right now to tell us that we need to be sympathetic towards somebody like this is mind-boggling to me.
There was an all-out propaganda campaign trying to make it seem as if Israel is intentionally starving the people of Gaza. I hate being lied to, especially by the media networks. They lied to us about COVID. They lied to us about the vaccines. They lied to us about open borders. They lied to us Hunter Biden laptop. Joining us now is Rabbi Wilicki.
You really just said that the starving kids in Gaza are propaganda tools.
The campaign, yeah, they're not real. There's so much.
I mean, the Prime Minister of Israel says the same thing all the time.
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
No.
Why?
Of course not, because parents should feed their kids, not the government.
What if they can't?
Go get a job.
A child?
You know, the parents should go get the job.
Yeah.
This is important.
They have jobs and they can't support their children. Stare because the minimum wage is so low.
No, you are a temp, dude. Don't give me this stuff. First of all, this is really.
I want children to eat. Of course I do. Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist. Number two, we have churches, we have food shelters, we have billions, and it does not exist. We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem.
You look it up, millions of children in America experience hunger and food insecurities. Recent estimates, around 14 million children are affected by not having consistent access to enough food.
Oh my fucking god. I mean, seriously, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy, fuck his politics. It's not even about, like, a difference of opinion, why I don't care. I mean, like, we gotta stop as a society acting like, oh yeah, well, you shouldn't be happy this guy's dead just because you have a difference of opinion. I mean, I could hear that maybe if it's like some sort of like small opinion, but this guy spent his whole life being like a bigoted piece of shit. I can't believe somebody would shoot him over just like a difference in opinion. Charlie Kirk didn't have a difference in opinion, dude. He is like a staple American modern fucking Nazi shill. And I'm tired of pretending he's not. I'm tired of everybody acting like this guy didn't spend his whole life being a piece of shit. Like, we didn't just spend the last like 2 years where he's just like a slimy, smarmy schmuck. I mean, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break, dude. It's like, I mean, everything about the guy. I mean, imagine living a life where you're just like, where your whole thing is like, oh, look how cool I am, like owning the liberals on college campuses. It's like, dude, nobody
just pissing off people.
Yeah, just pissing people off. You know? And, you know, I've also been, I haven't been following this guy. I'm not a fan of this guy. But there's a liberal creator named Dean Withers who, I could just be judging him as a white liberal, I don't know. But anyways, this was his reaction to Charlie Kirk getting shot, and
his wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine, you know, imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die.
I mean, how many kids have fucking died? How many parents have lost kids? How many kids have lost parents in Gaza? And this dude is out here crying over what? Over Charlie Kirk? I can't for the life of me understand the discourse surrounding this. Everybody's being so like, I don't even know, like, the world will continue to spin without Charlie Kirk. I mean, what good did this guy bring into the world? Realistically, what good did Charlie Kirk really do for the world? Any? I mean, he spent his whole career. Yeah, right? I mean, he spent his whole career espousing violent rhetoric that led either directly or indirectly to mass shootings, to the deaths of minorities. I mean, this guy emboldened white supremacists in the United States. He's one piece of a many-faceted media machine that is funded by billionaires and right-wing groups because they want the world to fit into their consensus, their traditionalist evangelical consensus, their bland wafer cracker at the communion service vision of America. I mean, it's just like, I don't see the point in being upset about something like this. You know, I don't see it. Like, why? Was it difficult to watch it unfold on Twitter? I just can't see a world where I or anyone else should be expected to sympathize with a Nazi.
It's mind-boggling how many videos I've seen of Charlie Kirk that are like putting him in a good light after his untimely demise.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, everyone's like trying to defend him now and being like, look at how good this guy was. And it's like, dude, you're nitpicking like out of like the thousands of videos of Charlie Kirk being an asshole. You're taking like the 3 seconds where he's not a fucking asshole.
Yeah, digging through a piece of shit to find a piece of corn.
Yes, yeah, literally, dude. To find that kernel of fucking good. Even though that kernel is still just shit-filled.
Not everybody knows this, but Charlie Kirk is also anti-civil rights movement. Did you know that?
I did not know that, no.
Charlie Kirk is on the record saying he does not like MLK, he does not believe in the civil rights movement. I actually have a clip of him telling that to a black child.
No way.
If you can believe that, yeah.
Can we run that one? Holy shit, I want to see that.
Absolutely.
Why did you say that the civil rights bill should be overturned?
I didn't say that. I said it was a mistake.
Why? That's crazy.
Now you gotta figure it out.
I wouldn't be here. That's trouble.
Who's that?
Wait, yo, and he goes, I wouldn't be here, Charlie Kirk just goes, exactly. Is that what happened? Yep. Oh my god, dude.
Isn't that insane? And this black kid is probably, what, 12?
Dude, that snapback, even the kid was like, what the fuck did you just say? Holy shit. Yeah. Dude, that was actually like one of the most fucked up clips I've seen of him. Holy shit, dude.
MLK was awful, said Kirk. He's not a good person. He said one good thing he actually didn't believe. I have a very, very radical view of this, but I can defend it, and I've thought about it. We made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s. Kirk argues that the Civil Rights Act, which bars discrimination on the basis of race, ushers in a permanent DEI-type bureaucracy, referring to diversity, equity, and inclusion. A spokesperson for TPUSA, Andrew Colvin, said that Americans have been fed a fake history. A core part of this fake history of America is the elevation of MLK into a saint whose entire being is beyond reproach and above questioning. This sanctified version of MLK strips away his actual views and ignores his actual actions. The real MLK was a complicated person. Kirk said that as soon as King became idealized, the progress of Black America goes sideways. Their cities disintegrate, their families collapse, educational progress stagnates. They become enormously dependent on government support, Kirk posted on X. You will know the tree by its fruit. I haven't ever done my show yet on MLK Jr., and it's already clear to me that I have found the sacred cow of modern America. Ask yourself, why is exposing the flaws of MLK's life and character something he said we should judge others by so controversial? And to that I say, why can I not judge Charlie fucking Kirk? Why is everyone trying to insist that judging this guy is wrong? It doesn't matter if he's fucking dead. He's dreamed of.
I'm gonna talk ill about any piece of shit that's out there alive or dead, you know?
Exactly. It has nothing to do. I mean, he was garbage when he was alive, garbage when he's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's like an angel now that he's fucking dead and he can't talk badly. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy because he was out there judging people when they were dead. MLK, for example.
Exactly. What a fucking hypocrite. Nothing I can
I mean, he's not
more.
being hypocritical, but people that like follow him definitely are. They're like, oh, don't talk illy, but it's like, dude, the amount of people that this man talks shit
Oh, that's
about,
true. He's dead. He can't be hypocritical.
Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe not Charlie himself.
Yeah, Charlie himself can't really be hypocritical on this one, but everybody who
that
likes
one.
it is.
Yeah. Escape that accusation. I do want to do some background research on this and like actually look into what Martin Luther King's beliefs were. And
I can tell you a little bit about Martin Luther King's beliefs if you don't know like too much other than the surface level stuff.
I was
like, actually just talking to my girlfriend about this.
Baseline information from schooling, you know, like Martin Luther
Schools offered us an incredibly whitewashed version of Martin Luther King.
Really?
Martin Luther King was a democratic socialist at his core to an absolute T.
Fascinating.
I mean, he did not. We'll have to do a whole episode on this because it's important that people know more about it.
Yeah, I'm fascinated now
MLK,
too by like just what you're saying. Like what?
They had to give us a image of MLK that was very, I guess you could you could call it user friendly for the people. But realistically speaking, I mean, his views went much farther than people give him credit for. He wanted equality. He did not want to just settle for the Civil Rights Act post his assassination, and that was the end of it. MLK wanted somebody to pick up the torch and to continue to fight the battle for equality here in America, especially in regard to wealth inequality. And that's why Charlie doesn't like him, because Charlie wants to tell people that that whitewashed image isn't real, and that really deep down he was an evil socialist. Oh, the fucking boogeyman.
It's so difficult to argue with fucking Christians, dude, because it is so easy to bend the words of the Bible to whatever the fuck you want them to be. You know? So
and
it's
Christianity, for that very reason, for its ability to control and use ignorance as power, is why it's such a centerpiece in the conservative movement. Ignorance.
Dude, it's all about ignorance. Just fucking think, please.
Oh wait, okay. The core of his ideology is rooted in racial superiority. It's rooted in sexism, in transphobia, in homophobia. I mean, this guy was a bigot until the day he died. And ironically enough, he died while advocating for less restrictive gun laws. I can't grieve because it's not like the world lost anything special, anything unique. I sympathize more with an aborted fetus than I do Charlie Kirk. You know, we lost Ozzy Osbourne recently. Ozzy brought so much positivity into the world. He touched lives. And Charlie Kirk touched nerves. He wasted his life being a shit for brains and mouthpiece for corporations in America, raking in a hefty paycheck while he did it. I mean, the arrogance, the pretentiousness. You know, fuck him, fuck his Zionist views, fuck his elitism, and most of all, fuck anyone who suggests that I need to feel sad about this. He was ultimately a victim of the policies he supported. Fuck his creepy smile, fuck his support of that fucking fascist in office, fuck his Nazi rhetoric, fuck the all but 5 functioning brain cells in his ginormous dome. Do not sympathize with fucking Nazis. Just don't stop talking about the Epstein files. I mean, like, I don't see giving a shit about somebody like this. I'd love you to chime in, though. What do you think, man? Like, how do you genuinely feel about Charlie Kirk's death?
Well, from all the information that I've learned about him, you know, it's hard to feel empathetic for the man, but I do feel bad for his, like, wife and kids, obviously.
Yeah, that I can understand.
But still, he didn't seem like too good of a fucking person, to be honest.
I feel some sympathy for the kids. Hopefully they grow up in a environment where, you know, they're not radicalized by this death, because, I mean, ultimately they did not deserve to go through it. You know, they didn't ask to be born to Charlie Kirk. I can't imagine anybody asking to be born to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine there's just like a meeting somewhere beyond the grave or before the grave? Imagine he, you know, for a while, right after the news broke, there was speculation that he was still alive. I cannot, like, as soon as I saw that video, I was like, there's no way this guy survives that.
Yeah, from that video, he had like 30 seconds probably.
Yeah, and
30 seconds to a minute.
he also, you know, for a guy with all this money, he had like nobody paid, just security. Just security. There was nobody like medically trained anywhere near him. You know, these are huge events. You'd think there would be some sort of medical personnel. Right?
Yeah, there was no medical staff there?
Well, I mean, they drove him to the hospital. His security drove him to the hospital. They drag him, literally his lifeless corpse, to a car. Yeah, right here. They're dragging him into a vehicle and driving him to the hospital. It doesn't look like anybody's putting pressure on that wound, does it? It's like maybe if...
Fucking... Dude, he was probably dead by the time he got to the hospital.
He was dead by the time they put him in the car.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if RFK didn't defund every medical agency in the country, maybe he'd be alive. Which isn't really something that I'm rooting for, but I mean, maybe he would have survived it.
Nah, that's fucked, dude.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, RFK, the doctor? Like, he shows up to save Charlie Kirk's life?
Comes running in.
He comes running in, he's like, wait. I can help. I can help you, Charlie. He takes a bottle of water out of his pocket. Put this weird bug water on your neck, man. That'll surely save you. That'll save your life, man. Yeah. He's pouring weird water on his neck and he lights a cigar.
Sticks the cigar directly into his opening.
Presses it in to cauterize the wound. He's like, Charlie, are you with me? And he's just bugging. I mean, he's still lifeless. How the fuck did that guy get in charge of the health department? Like, how did we get RFK in charge of the health department? The raw milk guru. Someone fucked up big time on that choice. That guy is a fucking public safety risk.
Fucked up.